Hi guys, welcome. Today I am doing a review of my Volvo S40. What kind of car is it? What's it like to drive? What's it like to own? Maintenance costs, how much you can expect to pay for one, and all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. The S40 is Volvo's compact sedan or compact luxury saloon that was produced from the year 1995 up to the year 2012. Now today I am in a second generation 2007 model, pre-facelift. Now the only thing that changed on the facelift models are the lights. They literally changed the headlights and the tail lights. But for some reason, I kind of find the facelift models a bit more attractive to look at than the pre-facelift. Even though the only thing that changed are the lights, kind of weird. But I guess it's something similar to, for example, a person that wears glasses. Have you ever noticed that somebody can look a bit different when they wear their glasses as opposed to when they don't have their glasses on? So I feel like it's kind of the same thing. It's a very beautiful car to look at, and I think I understand why they didn't change much. The design is quite modern, it's quite sleek, a bit sporty-ish as well. In general, it's just a very handsome car. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. The current model I mean is a 2007, but it still looks good today. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. The interior is a very pleasant place to be in. Everything is beautifully laid out. Everything is solidly built. You don't hear any funny creaks, any funny noises while you're driving. The seats are super comfortable. I mean, Volvo makes some of the most, oh, that's a very nice BMW. Anyway, Volvo makes some of the most comfortable seats out there, so that kind of goes without saying. You've got electric windows, electric mirrors, you've got an auto-dimming rearview mirror with the rain sensor at the back, you've got a 5-speed manual gearbox, a steering wheel with multifunction, so you get your cruise control on there, as well as other media controls as well. You also get this very nice, very unique Volvo center console that houses your climate controls, radio settings, car settings, sound settings, you know, that kind of stuff. It looks very different. Everything is properly laid out. Everything is easy to access, easy to use. It's just very nice. Now, practicality is the biggest weakness of the S40. Given that it's a sedan, you'd be expecting it to have a bit more space, but it just doesn't. Especially when you're looking at rival cars such as the Audi A4 or the Mercedes C-Class. But it's not all doom and gloom, it's just a bit disappointing. The boot capacity is about 400 liters and the rear seats do fold down to give you a bit more space, and it actually helps because I've done it before. Rear legroom is alright, you get a bit more space than you would get in, let's say, a VW Polo. So unless you are extremely tall, you should be fine. Under the hood, we've got a 2-liter 4-cylinder petrol engine that puts out about 140 horsepower. Now the S40 has a variety of engines to choose from. You can get a 1.6, a 1.8 liter, even a 2.4 that will come as a 5-cylinder engine. That of course puts out a lot more power and is a lot more fun to drive, but it's not very easy on the pocket. On the lower end of the spectrum, talking about the 1.6 and the 1.8, they're kind of underpowered, but they are obviously great on the pocket in terms of fuel efficiency. So if you are the type of person that doesn't really care about performance and all that kind of stuff, and you just want a really good car to drive, and that's not going to cost you a lot as well, then I would recommend going with the 1.6 or even the 1.8, the 1.6 to be particular. Now the 2-liter kind of find itself in the middle. So you've got a decent amount of power, you've got a decent amount of fuel economy as well. It's very fun to drive. I mean, it does 0 to 60 in about 7.5 or just below that seconds. So it's not very slow either. It's a very fun car to drive. It's very responsive. And also the car comes with stability and traction control as standard. So even at high speeds, it's very stable. It never feels like the car is uncomfortable. So when it comes to maintenance, Volvo is a premium brand, which means cost of maintenance, cost of repairs, cost of parts is quite high. But the cars are quite solid though. So you're not going to find yourself stranded at the side of the road. But eventually things will start going wrong. And when that time comes, you are going to need a rainy day fund. Just some money on the side. That's of course if the car is not on insurance. But I'd recommend having some money on the side just in case things do go wrong, so that you don't end up like, causing yourself a lot of headaches. But otherwise, maintenance is quite simple. Just do your service. Just make sure that everything is running smoothly and you should be fine. I believe that when you look after your car, it's going to look after you. Overall, the Volvo S40 is a brilliant car. And I'm not just saying so because it's my car, but it's just genuinely a good car. Oh, and also, I don't know why I forgot to mention, it's also a very safe car. I mean, Volvo is known for their safety. And I think that's one of the biggest, if not the biggest selling point of any Volvo, that is probably the safest car on the road. So if you do opt to get a car like this, you are getting a very reliable car, a fun car to drive, comfortable car, as well as a very safe car. So would I recommend someone to buy an S40? Of course. And you might be wondering how much you could pick one of these up for. And I would say prices you could expect to pay anywhere between 60k and 90k. If you are in the market for one, please look for one that's got a decent service history. I mean, that goes without saying when buying a second-hand car. You just need to make sure that the car was looked after so that it doesn't really give you problems. But also keep in mind, the higher the mileage, the higher the chances of things going wrong and things breaking. So if you find one that's got decent mileage, that's, maybe like under 200,000 miles at a decent price, then I think you would have found yourself a very good deal. But other than that, even if you get one with mileage that's over 200,000, as long as the car was looked after very well, then you shouldn't really have a problem. You must just keep on maintaining the car and that kind of stuff. So all in all, that's it from me. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe as well, and there are more videos to come. See you in the next one. Ciao.